YouTube. Okay, so today I'm fitting the windows in my T5, which you can see just behind me. I've been doing it yesterday. Thankfully booked a few days off from work. You can see I've done the side one just there, and I'm just on to the rear panel there. And I thought I would stop, having done a few. I've also done the ones in the barn doors as well, just that one there. And you can also see, hopefully if I hold you in that way, you can see that one's still being held on by that suction pad. Okay, so I will go through basically what I've been doing. So to start off with, you've obviously got the panel, which is just there, and you'll see that I've got that line all the way around the outside. Now the way that I've got that is, if I show you on the inside, okay, just wait while the light adjusts. Okay, so you can see that panel there. Okay, so what I'll do, if I just rest you here, check that out, you can see me. Okay, so I just got myself a short stubby screwdriver and basically following the inside line of this skin all the way around, about maybe like a little finger, maybe a centimetre in. I've got the tiny little screwdriver, and I've also got a rubber mallet. Comes really in handy working on your panels. And just going round, I've just been banging little dents, following this bottom line all the way round. Obviously also the same on the cross member that you're going to have to angle grind through in a minute. And then what I've done after I've done that line all the way around the outside, I've basically got a 6mm metal drill bit, and I've drilled a hole in each corner just before the curve. And then the other thing that I have done, which I will show you from the outside, is I've then just gone round and I've basically joined up all the dots of the little dents that you can just about see on the outside, just with a marker pen. And then what I'm going to do, I did try using a nibbler, but it was one that attached to a drill. It took absolutely ages on this one here. It probably took me about 4 hours just to do this one window. All the rest of them are taking about an hour and a half to 2 hours on these bigger ones. But yeah, so I'll get a jigsaw and then basically just cut all the way through this line. And then one of the things you want to do is, once you get to the, I leave the top for last, so I cut from the sides and the bottom, and then I'll leave the top line to cut last. And then I just have a couple of bits of like Gorilla Tape or similar just up on the roof, and then I'll just fold that down and stick it on. And then once you cut through this top line, that panel won't fall, or it shouldn't fall, and then you can just unstick it and throw it away. Okay, so I have jigsawed pretty much, you can see, around most of the van or this window. I've also put on here the little bits of tape. I've gone completely blank, I can't remember what anything's called, I'm really tired. But you'll see here, there's these bits here that I've not been able to jigsaw through. That's because on the inside what we've got is these like cross members that strengthen the braces along there, and you'll see I've cut right up to there. Now the reason I've done that first is because now what we're going to need to do is get the angle grinder, and if I show you on here, is basically get the angle grinder. We're going to need to grind along here. Now you'll probably also want to grind higher up, because if you're grinding along here, you're still going to have this big chunk there overhanging. So what I'll do, which I did on the other window, is I'll grind through here so I can cut through with the jigsaw, and then I will grind this off to be flat, just so that when I carpet it out as a future project in maybe a couple of weeks, then that will be nice and flush, and it won't have this little bumpy bit where I'm going to angle grind it. So that's the next job, angle grind through there, just cut it nice and straight, and then jigsaw those last bits, and you'd have seen the tape was on the outside, and that would just stop the panel falling through. I was really lucky on that window that I did there. I put the tape on, the tape actually ripped, and what happened is the panel actually fell on the inside. If that had fallen along the outside, I could have had a nasty gouge all down the side of the car, where that jagged metal would have just fallen down the side of it. So it's really important to try and make sure you're safe, make sure everything's taped up that's going to likely move around. Ideally you want two people to be doing this. I'm just doing it on my own. I have to keep calling neighbours and people walking past, just asking if they'll hold a window on while I put a bungee strap on like that on the inside. Okay, so we have cut the hole and it's on all the way through. The spare bit you might be able to see is just over there. So what we need to do now is get an angle grinder and just angle grind all of this down. You do it really flat. See, like there are corners here. I'm just going to smooth that right off there. Do that around all of the corners just to make it a nice even gap and flatten off all these edges. And then the other thing I'm going to do, which I explained earlier, is it's probably easy to see that you can see there's this bump here where the strut went up. What I'm going to do is just get an angle grinder and just cut right along that neatly line, so when I carpet it, it's almost like that'll be a flat line all the way through. This is what the trim is going to go on this outer edge of the two skins. Some people actually pinch weld these together. I'm not going to bother doing that, it's too big a job. Okay, so we have now got to this point where what I've done basically is, before I stuck this black rubber trim on, what I've done, I've gone round with the primer that you should get with your windows or buy with your windows, and I've just done a line of that all the way around the window. Sorry about my camera work, it's not the best. And then after that's gone on and dried, I've then just stuck this trim on. And then one of the things which is quite important actually, if I show you down the width of the van, is to knock this in so that it's not sort of angled out like that. So you really want it sort of either in a little bit or straight, because obviously the window is going to stick with mastic on this. So in a minute what I'm going to do with the glue gun is I'm just going to go round with mastic and sealant, and stick that round that bead, and then once that is done, we will basically just pop the window straight on. One of the things, I've run out of activator, which is the stuff, I'll just show you where my window is. So the window is just here, and you're meant to get like this, it's a bit like a Kentucky Fried Chicken wipe, and you just basically run it around this edge, not on the actual window, but you just clean the edge, and it's meant to activate the window somehow and just keep the surface ready for sticking it on. So I'm going to have to skip that with this one, so I hope it don't cause me any problems, but we will see how we go. Okay, I need to be really quick just because this bit is happening now. I forgot to say we need to put primer also around the edge of the window. Hopefully you can see that grey line goes all the way around the window. And then the next bit, what I've done, I've obviously primered the fan which I showed you, but you can see that bead of mastic that I've got going all the way around the outside, which hopefully matches up with that bead that I put on there. I've got my grab handles on there to lift the window, put it straight on. What we'll do, we'll put the bottom in. I'll show you quickly on the van. It's a shame I haven't got someone else to help record this, but what we'll do is we'll put the bottom edge in here, and then we'll basically lift the window in, and then we'll just use a bit of leverage, put a suction cup on the inside, bungee rope it on the inside, leave it for an hour and a half, and then it's done. Right, see you on the other side. Okay, hello YouTube. So the van is done. Said I'd see you on the other side. There she is. So I've done all the side windows. I'll show you the back. So we've got the back done as well, and then just looking down the side as well. So the job's a good one. Hopefully the video serves you well. I'm really excited about that. I'll stand here and talk with that in the background. So yeah, it came out really nice, quite pleased with it. Not the most professional jobs, but it saved me 500 quid by doing it myself. So yeah, post up in the comments if you've got any questions. If I can help, I will. There's other videos as well by others like Rick Bandman and people like that that can offer a lot better advice. So I've been watching them and seeing what they've been doing. And the next project will probably be the interior, when I do the floor and the carpet, and also some of the electrics like the lighting and stuff. So yeah, keep an eye out, and I'll keep you posted.